Ya, selamat siang semuanya. Clay is already here. Ya, teman-teman, siang hari ini saya, Grace Bandar, akan bersama dengan teman saya yang istimewa, Clay Myers, CEO dan co-founder dari Paradigm. Saya akan sambungkan dengan beliau, tapi sebelumnya saya akan menyapa dulu. Ada Mami, ada Rena, halo Ren, ada Siska. Terima kasih yang sudah join. Ini Clay on time banget, jadi kita nggak perlu nunggu-nunggu terlalu lama. Sebentar ya. Kenapa Clay unable to join? Clay, I cannot add you. Halo Ibu Karlina. Ya, di sini sebetulnya Clay sudah bergabung, tapi nggak bisa saya add. Hello Clay, if you're here, please add me. Request to be with me in this. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Hello. Thank
Good
you.
afternoon, sister. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am feeling pretty good, actually. It's a lovely day. Everything is fine. We're healthy. I'm
Yeah,
hanging out with you. Everything is great. How you feeling, sister?
I'm feeling great because actually I told you that I couldn't wait to talk with you,
Uh-oh.
especially because our topic is confidence.
Sure, sure,
Ya,
sure.
teman-teman semuanya, pada siang hari ini saya sudah kedatangan tamu saya, teman baik saya yang sangat istimewa, yaitu Mr. Clay Myers. Yang seperti sudah saya sampaikan di depan tadi adalah Clay adalah CEO dan co-founder dari Paradigm. Apa itu Paradigm? Kita bisa tanyakan nanti. Juga, halo Jonathan, thank you. Ada Waldo, ada Edrida, ada Ibu Karlina, thank you udah join pada siang hari ini. Dan yang tidak sempat join bisa melihat rekamannya di IGTV saya maupun di channel YouTube Grace Bandar Network. Okay, Clay,
Yes.
are you ready? Yeah. Okay. Before we talk about confidence, before we talk
Hmm.
about our topic, I would like, usually, I ask my guest about their background. So, can you please
Okay.
tell us about your background? Because you are from the United States and Indonesia is your second home. And perhaps some people know you, but perhaps many people also never met you before or never heard about you before. So please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. I see most of the people in the comments, they know who I am. Good to see
Yeah,
Jonathan hanging out with us today.
yeah,
My name is H. Clay Myers. Everybody calls me Uncle Clay.
yeah.
I'm an American citizen working here in Indonesia. I
Mm-hmm.
have been here for quite some time. Jadi saya sudah bisa bicara bahasa Indonesia sedikit-sedikit. Um,
For how
I
long?
left the United States 25, 26 years ago. It's been a while.
Wow.
To travel the world, see what
Mm-hmm.
was out here. And Indonesia is the seventh country that I've lived in, but I've now been
Mm-hmm.
here for 18, 19 years, 20
Oh,
years now.
wow.
It's been a while.
Oh,
So I'm part of the community now. My
yeah,
wife is from Indonesia,
yeah.
but I started as a farm boy. I'm a country boy. I grew up on
Mm-hmm.
a tobacco farm, potato farm in
Mm-hmm.
Virginia, best place in the United States. And it was either stay on the farm or do something to get off the farm. So
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty good at sports. I was
Yeah.
able to play American football and baseball pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I went to university, stayed in university for a couple of years, had
Mm-hmm.
some physical problems, some academic stuff that realized this isn't for me,
Okay.
and eventually just started traveling the world. I had an idea, I had a goal
Mm-hmm.
that I wanted to do something. I wasn't sure what that something was, but I knew it wasn't, I wasn't going to find it in the United States. I don't know if that
Okay.
makes sense or not.
Okay.
Hmm.
Can I just ask something first? Um,
Sure.
so when you were in high school, because you skipped that
Hmm.
part, when you were in high school, have you already got a vision or a plan what you are going to do for your life when you
I
were in high
thought
school?
that sure. I knew I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to
Mm.
be a radio journalist. That was
Mm-hmm.
my goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I focused on when I left to go to university because I love to talk, which is
Mm-hmm.
sometimes good, sometimes not. But that was my desire to be a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
And the easiest way for me to go to university was through athletics. So
Yeah.
athletics gave me an opportunity to study journalism, to get
Mm-hmm.
into journalism. That was my goal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So you already told us that you've been to six countries before Indonesia. So Indonesia is the
Correct.
seventh, right?
Correct.
Um,
Hmm.
what did you do in those countries?
I started off as an English teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Strangely enough, once I decided to leave the States,
Mm-hmm.
I got the crazy idea that I could teach English. Somebody put that in my head. And
Okay.
once I started doing it, I realized I could build a career doing that. I really enjoyed it. I
Mm-hmm.
connected instantly with the students
Mm-hmm.
and decided to make a career out
Mm-hmm.
of that. The
Okay.
goal was see the world. That was
Yeah.
my honest goal, to see the
Mm.
world as much as I could. Um, Mungkin Anda mengerti karena saya dari kampung.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
many people in the kampung, when we go to a big city, oh my gosh, this is amazing, this is incredible.
Right.
Well, for
Right.
me, leaving the kampung and then traveling overseas, traveling abroad,
Mm-hmm.
that's unheard of in the community that I'm from. That no one
Yeah.
had done that outside of the military.
Yeah.
So to take these steps and take that leap of faith
Mm-hmm.
and travel abroad, I
Yeah.
realized that teaching English could literally take me around the world. And here I
Okay.
am, almost 30 years later, here I am.
Yeah. So when you started your career in Indonesia, it was
Hmm.
also as an English teacher.
Correct. My
Okay.
first job here was in the beautiful city of Malang, the Jawa
Oh,
Timur,
wow. I didn't know
Malang
that.
and Surabaya. Ah,
Okay. I didn't know that.
yeah.
I thought that you were forever in Jakarta.
No, I
Okay.
started off in East Java, Jawa Timur, in
Mm-hmm.
Malang and
Mm-hmm.
Surabaya at
Yeah.
EF English First. Got to say hello to them.
Uh-huh.
A lot of fun out there, and
Okay.
then slowly made my way over to Jakarta.
Okay. Um, Now, people know you as a founder, co-founder, and also CEO of Paradigm. What it is?
Hmm.
What it is actually? What is it? An English school, or what? Yeah. Please tell please tell us what Paradigm is.
Paradigm is basically an idea. It's
Mm,
an idea that quality education, quality
yeah.
learning, quality
Mhm.
training is for everybody,
All right.
regardless of your status or your location
Mm-hmm.
or your abilities. Everyone should have access to quality education, which is why we say we don't teach we educate. So the idea of
So
paradigm,
can you please
not mhm.
elaborate a bit about we don't teach, we educate.
Sure.
Yeah.
Most people get the idea that we teach English. First of all, we don't
Yeah.
teach.
All
Okay.
right.
Teaching is simply repeating what you already know.
Mm.
We're going to educate. We're going to challenge people. We're going to open your minds to new concepts and ask those difficult questions that make people uncomfortable. Good. Because
Mm.
once you're uncomfortable, then you can begin to learn. You can begin to
Right.
develop and
Right.
grow. But to say we teach English, no, we don't do English. English is a vehicle, it's a platform. But
Right.
we do um, customer relations, time
Mm.
management, solution-based thinking, customer service. We do all of these things within the platform of English, and many of the classes are
Okay.
also done in Indonesian as well.
Okay. Is it for company, university, or individual,
Yes,
or
yes,
so
it's for
all?
everybody.
Okay.
we
So
we have
so
uh-huh.
yeah. So it doesn't mean that I have to I have to be, I don't know. Should I belong to a company first, or can I just be your it's not, is it student? What do you call
Student,
them?
partner, client, customer,
Oh
buddy,
yeah. Can I be
call it
your
whatever you want.
yeah, can I be your customer if I am individual?
Sure, sure.
And
We've had the
usually the
pleasure of uh-huh.
individual and usually an individual person like me, usually what do they take? What do they learn from you, from your institution?
Well, what we're seeing is two different segments, two different levels when it comes to
All right.
individual
Mm-hmm.
students. Students who are still what we call young, under 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are students who require um, the skills necessary in today's world:
Uh-huh.
communication, effective communications,
Yeah.
the ability to work as part of a team, time
Yeah.
management.
Yeah.
What we see from some of our mature students, our
Mm-hmm.
older
Yeah.
students, is changing the way they think about business, changing the ideas
Okay.
that they have about business.
All right.
Probably the big thing today is digital technology.
Mm.
Um, 5 years ago, you and I wouldn't be having this conversation like this five
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
Today, the young kids, they all use the digital platforms and the social
Right.
media to market
Right.
themselves. You and I have had to adjust to this
Right.
on the fly.
Yeah.
Whereas the young kids, yeah, this is so easy. This is so
Yeah.
with the older generation, we're seeing a change in getting used to digital
Yeah.
technology. We're
Mm-hmm.
also seeing a change in the way that work is being done. Corona has
Mm.
changed all of that.
Yeah.
We're not killing ourselves going through 2 hours of traffic to get to the office.
Mm.
No,
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
work remotely and the team can work remotely. That takes a mental adjustment, a psychological
Right.
adjustment. And
Right.
again, people in our
Both
age
for
group, sure,
the teacher or the educator and also the clients, we
sure,
both need to adjust, right? To
that's right.
yeah. 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 Okay, continue.
So what we see is, again, with the older generation, it's more of how things operate. Whereas the
Right.
younger generation, they still need to know how to dress appropriately, how to manage, be
Yeah.
on time, time
Yeah.
management, what's priority, things of that nature.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Clay, for introducing yourself and also introducing Paradigm to us. Now
Yeah.
we are going to talk about our topic. It is about confidence. Um, you are one of the most confident people that I've ever met. Yeah, you.
Thank you.
Okay, what is confidence? What is actually confidence? If you try to define that word, what is confidence?
I define confidence as being who you are,
Mm.
understanding what my strengths and weaknesses are,
Mm-hmm.
and acting accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to walk into a room full of
Mm.
people, regardless of who those people are, and understanding I am me. I don't have to
Yeah.
try to be anybody else. Just
Right.
be me and let that
Right.
be good enough. That's my
Mm.
idea of confidence.
Okay. And how can we build a confidence or self-esteem? How can we build that? Because perhaps some of us, we don't have a problem with
Mm.
being confident, but most of us, perhaps, we do have problems. So can
Um,
you please yeah, give tips how to build confidence or self-esteem?
there are two ways to look at this.
Mm-hmm.
One as an individual, and the other as business. You and I are both involved in
Yeah,
business, so
yeah,
I kind of look at those things separately.
yeah.
As an individual, do you really know who you are?
Mm,
Most people really don't know their strengths or
mm,
their weaknesses. They haven't taken that self analysis to really
mm-hmm.
understand, oh, I'm good at A, B, and C, but
Yeah,
I'm not very strong at X, Y, and Z.
right.
And then once you understand what your strengths are, leave those alone and focus
Mm,
on your weaknesses. How can I improve those weaknesses? One of the things I had to
okay.
do coming to Indonesia was to adjust to the culture. I had to lower it down. As much as you see me, I've actually
Yeah,
toned it down a lot to
right,
adjust to the culture here.
right.
So the
Yeah.
first thing we do with confidence, who are you? Understanding yourself.
Mm,
The other thing when it comes to business, what I find is a lot of people don't understand what their business is about. They don't understand their products or
yeah.
services or what it is they're actually doing. They don't have the vision. That's the word I'm looking for. They don't
Okay.
have that vision. And if you don't have that vision, you're not going to have a successful company. You're not going to have the confidence it takes to build that company over the time that it takes to build it. So
Yeah.
as an individual and as a company, really understanding, again, I go back to the initial point, who are you?
Mm,
What are you doing? Why are
mm-hmm.
you doing this particular business? Those
Okay.
questions have to be answered first, and that will elevate the confidence that you have.
Well, it is interesting because you just said that we have to focus on our weaknesses because
Mm-hmm.
usually people usually tell us to focus on our strengths. But
Sure.
here, it is like new. I mean, new thing for me that we all, yeah, yeah, yeah. That we have to focus on our weaknesses because if we focus on that, then we can improve. We can learn to improve that part. You just said
Yes.
that. Am I correct or?
Yeah, well, let me give you a simple example, and
Yeah,
you and I joke about this. If we go to the gym, I go to the gym. I'm a bodybuilder. I love this.
yeah.
If I go to the gym and I work the same body part
Hmm.
day after day after day after day, but
Yeah.
I don't, for example, my arm. If I work my arm every day and
Mm.
I don't work my tummy, my
Yeah.
belly, then
Mm.
what's going to happen is I'm going to have the arms of a gladiator, but I'm going to have the belly of a hippo, which has actually happened to me since I've been locked down with Corona. I haven't been exercising. My arms are still gigantic, but my
Yeah.
tummy is not exactly. It's got a bit of a curve to it. I'll,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
say
yeah.
that.
Point
So,
taken. Yeah,
th-
yeah,
right,
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
simple explanation or
Mm-hmm.
indication of working on your weakness. I need to
Yeah.
focus more on my tummy and a
Mm-hmm.
little bit less on my arms.
Okay. Um, yes, you just explained about confidence and
Mm-hmm.
how we can build that. Um, Now talking about dressing up because you
Mm.
are also like to dress up, right? Uh,
I'm
is
I'm
dressing
serious about my dress. Yes,
right. Is dressing up is also part of building confidence.
sure,
Mm,
sure. As humans, we are visual creatures. We judge
Right.
things based on how they look initially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never had anyone say to me, if they're meeting Grace for the first time, wow,
Mm-hmm.
look at Grace. She's intelligent. Nobody says that the first time.
Yeah.
The first time, no, no, no. What they see, wow, look at her blouse. Look at her glasses.
Right.
Look at her
Right.
purse. People
Right.
judge us on the way they see us, on the way we appear. So
Mm.
you'll see everything I'm wearing today, it matches. It's my company colors, red, black, and white.
Mm.
Everything has to match. Everything
Right.
that you have on makes a statement about who you are. It's
Right.
the same thing as if I wear an Indonesian hat or an Indonesian shirt. You know, I'm proud of Indonesia. I support Indonesia.
Right.
This is important to me. So
Okay.
if someone, if their hair isn't well done, of course, I don't have that problem, as you can see, but or if they allow themselves, the shirt is turned up like this,
Mm.
then that's an indication that they don't take their appearance
Mm.
seriously. And if they don't take their appearance seriously, how are they going to take business
Yeah.
seriously? Or how are we going to be able to do business in a professional manner? It's the little things that make the difference. Are your
Yeah.
shoes polished? Are your
Mm-hmm.
nails and things done properly? All of this builds your confidence. You walk into the office and somebody says, "Hey, you look good today. You look nice this morning."
Yeah.
That that
Yeah.
that pumps you up. That builds you up.
Yeah. Okay. And now, how about our um, speaking skills? Is there any relations between our speaking skills and also being confident? If yes,
I
where do they relate? Where?
mhm.
In which area? And yeah.
I don't know if there's a relation between our communication skills and our
Hmm.
confidence.
Yeah.
What I do know is there's a relation between our communication skills and the way people perceive us or the way people think about
Um.
us.
Mm,
Um, I'll use an example of this, and I hope it's not too controversial. The person who is the current leader of the country that I come from, I won't
mm.
mention that person's name, but that person is very confident in themselves, very confident.
Right. Right.
But when they speak, I find it difficult myself to engage or to enjoy what this person is saying or the way they are saying it.
Mm,
By contrast, when the president of the country that you're from, when that
mm-hmm,
person is giving a speech, I find myself very engaged,
mm.
very aware of what they're saying. I want to hear
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
coming next. So
Yeah.
again, I don't think confidence plays a part in what we say, or our communication plays a part in our confidence, but certainly the way other people hear it, the way people receive
All
it,
right.
our communication should be clear and easy to understand.
So it means that communication skills is actually useful for us to learn because it will also affect how people see us, right?
I would say communication skills probably more than anything else,
Mm.
even more than the ability to network and sales. I would
Okay.
place
That is the
communications
basic.
at the top of the pile.
Mm. Okay. And how is it related to personal brand?
Well, people will judge you
Mm-hmm.
or your company or your brand
Yeah.
based on several factors. When we think of Nike, we
Yeah.
automatically think Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Um,
Yeah.
that look that they have, and when they speak, very
Mm-hmm.
charismatic, very confident in themselves.
Yeah.
You will never see a successful brand
Mm-hmm.
with a spokesperson who
Mm-hmm.
is, hi Grace, how are you today? So I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Apa ya? Mm, aduh, no, you're not going to
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
You see some of the companies here in Indonesia, some of these larger brands. When you look
Mm-hmm.
at Gojek.
Yeah.
The again, I won't get into names, but the person who founded Gojek, he projects an image of confidence and
Right.
clear communication and professionalism.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing that we try to project at Paradigm, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's myself or my business partner,
Yeah.
Peggy Putri, we both
Yeah.
want to project that image of professionalism and
Yeah.
respect and integrity and honor. So your
Yeah.
communication skill, that's going to play a huge part in how
Mm.
people perceive your brand. That's going to play
Mm.
a huge part in that.
And how about English skills?
Got me,
Because
Sabo.
this is because communication skills, um, well, communication is more general, but English proficiency or English skills, I'm still learning now, but how is it important?
I think most people understand that English is the international language of business today.
Mm, mm,
I'm not sure it'll be that way 20 or 30 years from now, but in
mm.
today's world, English is the international language of
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
If you do not have the ability to speak English clearly or to understand English, you're at a disadvantage globally.
Mm, mm,
Maybe not locally, but globally, you're at a disadvantage. Do you understand what the other competitors are saying?
mm,
Do you understand your clients' needs, what they're
mm,
asking for? Are
mm.
you able to explain yourself when you're on a conference call to Singapore, to
Yeah,
Bangkok, to
yeah,
Kuala Lumpur, to Manila?
yeah,
Are you
yeah.
able to communicate effectively? And if you can't understand or if there's a breakdown in the communications, now we have a
Mm,
problem. Now we have a
yeah.
serious problem. So learning English, communicating in English, speaking English, understanding English, it's paramount if you
Mm.
want to consider yourself on a global stage. Now, I understand not everybody wants that. I respect that
Yeah,
tremendously. Not
because
everybody wants to be global.
I know some people that they are actually confident. I mean, they have confidence in whatever they are doing. But when it comes to speaking English, then they have problems, and the confidence will drop like that. So, is there any tips for them, for this kind of people, that they are actually confident people, but when it comes to English, then it seems that all the confidence will go away.
Um,
Yeah.
I think there are two parts to this. The
Mm,
first part is understanding that English has been so romanticized, and
mm,
oh my gosh, it's English, and ooh, it's a skill. It's a tool.
mm,
That's all it is.
mm,
It's just a tool that can be
mm.
used the same way
Yeah,
as Mandarin is a tool,
yeah,
Arabic is a
yeah,
tool, French is a tool. It's just a tool.
yeah.
And secondly, anybody who is serious about learning a language, whether it's
Hmm.
English or whatever, there are tools available today. It's ridiculous. I wish I'd had these tools 20 years ago. I
Yeah.
honestly wish the internet had been around 25 years ago. The access to language software and applications. If someone is not learning language today, it's simply because they don't want to. They have
Mm,
chosen not
yeah.
to. Not only that, especially in a metropolitan area like Jakarta, there are so many foreigners here.
Right.
If you don't want to learn English or you're not learning English, it really is by choice. That's my personal opinion.
Okay. So, yeah, you're right, because now we can just learn it on internet. We can just
Sure.
meet foreigners just to practice our English. Can you give
Exactly.
tips how to uh, how to approach the foreigners? Because sometimes, because
Okay.
they know that they are not good, um, at speaking English, then they will feel that, "Ah, how can I keep up when we are talking like that?"
Sure. First of all, I see my friend Anna from Poland is joining us today. Glad to have her with us today.
Hi, Anna.
Um, it's the same as approaching anyone else. Have
Mm,
something to say, have something good to talk about.
mm-hmm,
It amazes me when people walk up to me and they say, "Hello, Mister."
mm,
Salamat siang, Pak. And the conversation is over. It's finished right there. Have something to talk about. Can we talk
yeah,
about something that I work with our students? Sports. Sports is international.
right.
Everybody knows Tiger Woods, Lionel Messi, Serena Williams. Whether you like the sports or not, you can at least
Yeah,
talk about them.
yeah,
Susie Susanti, Tawfiq
yeah,
Hidayat, everybody knows
yeah,
these people.
right,
Um, Talk about food. Everybody likes food. Grace
right.
likes chicken. Clay likes chicken. Grace likes fish. Clay likes fish.
Yeah,
Rice and potatoes and
yeah.
martabak. The most incredible food on the entire planet. I'm in love with this stuff because we don't have it in America.
Martabak.
Martabak with the chocolate and the peanuts. Hallelujah.
Wow.
Okay, I'm not even going to go there. Okay. Um, but
Okay.
everyone can talk about that.
Mm,
Everyone can talk about travel.
mm,
Everybody loves to travel to see
yeah,
different things, whether we're
yeah,
traveling internationally or we're traveling domestically. Lake
yeah,
Toba and Krakatau and Raja Ampat and
yeah.
Borobudur, all of these beautiful things to talk about. But not only that, talk about things, even if you disagree. And I'll give
Mm-hmm,
you a classic example of this.
mm-hmm.
Do you like durian, Grace?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I can't stand it. I can't stand.
Oh,
No,
wow,
no,
sorry.
no, 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 no. No. But
How
even
about
this
your wife?
situation, uh, plus minus,
Okay,
plus minus, yeah.
okay.
But even a situation like that where we disagree, we can laugh about it, we can
Mm,
joke about it,
yeah,
and then we move on with the conversation. Oh, why do you
yeah.
like durian? Tell me more. So
Um,
with foreigners, and I represent the foreigners, it's not a problem when people come up to us and say hello. That's not a problem. But
yeah.
have something to discuss, have something to talk about. Of
Mm-hmm,
course, we don't want to get into politics. We don't want to get into religion.
mm,
We don't want to get so deeply into family when we first meet you. We don't want to get into
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But yeah, let's talk about entertainment. And do you know the new song by Maroon 5 or Taylor Swift?
yeah,
And did you see the new
yeah.
movie with Brad Pitt or Denzel Washington? Do
Right.
you like bowling? Let's go grab
Yeah,
a cheeseburger. All of these things, sure, we'd love to
yeah.
talk. And I'm speaking on behalf of foreigners. We would love to be more open. We would love to have these conversations. We're just
Mm-hmm.
waiting for people to come up and say hello to us.
Okay. Um, okay. Now, you just share about confidence and how we can improve to be more confident, especially
Hmm.
also about speaking English. Um, and is it more difficult to uh, educate younger people? I don't mean that I don't mean younger. It can be 20 something. It's also young, but
Hmm.
teenagers. Sometimes they are even overconfident. you know, so they are overconfident. So it is uh, the other. I mean, it is also a problem. You are
Sure,
not confident, it
sure.
is problem. But if you are
Right.
overconfident, also it is a problem. And how you train these teenagers to tone down or to be confident um, properly, not to be overconfident.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There's a couple of different things going on here. First of
Mm-hmm.
all, when you and I dealing
Mm-hmm.
with the centennials and the
Right.
millennials and all of the
Yeah.
young people, This is
Mm-hmm.
the same argument that our parents had with us, and the same argument that our grandparents had with our parents. The older people, oh, they're just old, they don't know any better, and da 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 da. That's what the young people say. And
Yeah.
then the old people say, oh, these kids are lazy, they're not motivated. It wasn't like that in my day. We had to chase dinosaurs and kill them with the stone. So it's an age old
Yeah.
argument, the generational differences,
Yeah.
the 40-year-old generation and the 20-year-old generation. Okay, so
Right.
this has been going on forever.
Yeah.
The thing about the kids today, the young people
Yeah.
today, the teenagers and young 20s today,
Mm-hmm.
this generation now has grown up on the concept of speaking two languages.
Mm.
That the kids who are graduating today,
Yeah.
they've been studying English for 10 years now, if not more.
Right. Right.
So these young people, they have a completely different concept of
Right.
language, completely different.
Right.
I remember when I first came here, the idea was if you spoke English, you were a snob, you were arrogant. Oh, who are you? You don't want to speak
Yeah.
Indonesian. Who are you? Now
Yeah.
the idea is if you can't speak English, and this is only one generation, if you
Yeah.
can't speak English, what's wrong with you? How could you not speak at
Yeah.
least two languages? Many of them speak three languages. So the
Yeah.
attitude about language is completely different.
Mm.
What we have to notice is a lot of the young people today, uh, where I'm from, we call them book smart, country dumb. And what I mean by that is they are academically superior to my
Mm-hmm.
generation. The
Yeah.
internet has changed all of that. Access,
Right.
my internet was called Encyclopedia Britannica. That was my internet. Okay. If I wanted to find something, go to the
Yeah.
encyclopedia.
Right. Right. With those thick books.
Sure, sure,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So academically, I would argue that the kids today academically are superior to my
Right.
generation.
Right.
But socially, because we
Mm.
are so isolated, because the
Mm.
kids have the mobile phones and the video games and they
Mm.
aren't outside as much, I think we have to, again, not teaching them, but educating them.
Yeah.
Social skills,
Mm.
communication skills. I'm going back to that communication. These
Mm-hmm.
kids, you're right, they're so shy, they don't talk to each other.
Right.
Or I remember you and I, when we were on the metro train together, you see people sitting there for 90 minutes right next to a person, never even say hello. Never, hey, how
Yeah.
you doing? What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah.
My generation, when we came home from school, take off your school clothes, put on your t-shirt and shorts, go outside, everybody in the neighborhood, 20 kids,
Right.
we're going to throw the ball. We're going to throw the frisbee. We're going to play tag. We're going to play
Yeah.
freeze. We're going to
Mm.
run sprints or whatever. Today,
Yeah.
kids come home and everybody goes into their own home and they don't come back out. So
Yeah.
I would argue that there's not a problem with language. There's a problem with social skills and
Mm.
interacting with
Mm.
each other. Those skills are the ones that we see lacking in
Mm.
Indonesia and I would say the world
Yeah. Yeah.
today.
And how? What is your advice to them?
Well, as much as I
Because
hate to
they
see it,
are they are lack of social skills, right?
mhm,
Social. Yeah. What is your advice to them?
my advice to the young people, believe it or not, is nothing. My advice would be to the parents. It's
Um.
we're the parents. We're the ones
Right.
who are responsible for them. When
Yeah.
you bring the child in, oh, don't go. I hear this a lot in Indonesia. Don't go outside in the day. The sun is out. But then you say, don't go outside at night because it's dark. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're laughing because
Yeah.
you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Let those kids go outside and get in the dirt and the mud
Right.
and bang their knee on the sidewalk. They're not gonna die. No, they're
Right.
gonna get up, brush
Yeah.
themselves off, and they're gonna keep on playing. We have
Yeah.
gotten away from that. And I say we, my generation, we've gotten
Mm.
away from that. No,
Mm.
put these kids outside. Turn off the television, turn off the computer, turn off the phone, turn off the
Yeah.
video game, and go
Yeah.
outside, climb a tree, fall
Mm.
down,
Yeah.
hit your head, get up, and keep on playing. I would
Yeah.
argue that a lot of what we see today is with the parents. Not all of it
Mm.
with the parents, not all of it, but much of it lies with the parents. And again, I say this different culture.
Mm.
Most people, if they walk outside right now, if they walk
Mm.
outside their home and they
Mm.
go 3 doors to the left or to the right, they don't know the
Mm.
people who live in those houses. It wasn't
Yeah.
that way where I grew up, and I imagine
Mm.
your childhood, it wasn't that way either. Everybody knew each other in the neighborhood. Today,
True.
nobody knows
True.
anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that I usually play with my neighbors, although we were not going to the same schools, but
Hmm.
I have friends in the neighborhood, so we know each
Sure,
other. I know people who
sure.
live yeah, nearby, but now, yeah, true, true. So the social skills that young people now should learn, right? Um, and how about now, because they are now digital savvy, they
Hmm.
learn anything from internet, from Google, like that.
Right.
Um, and sometimes what they learn, um, nothing, no problem actually with the content. But
Hmm.
since they are young, perhaps their perception or how they uh, they they take what they read is not is not what is that? They don't see it correctly like that. So,
Sure,
what is your
sure.
advice for this digital savvy to learn the good things or to learn correctly through the internet?
Again, let me use another example.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter, who a teenager who I love and adore, she is
That you
into
are so
uh
Jurassic.
yeah, yeah. Yes, I'm Jurassic.
Yeah.
Okay. She's into anime and cosplay and all of this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand this stuff.
Mm.
So in order for me to connect with her, I had to sit down and try to learn this stuff, try to understand this stuff.
Again, the
Again, I
parents.
put it the parents, put it back on the parents. The parents
Right.
have to be willing to make an effort to link to this stuff. The young
Right.
kids in Indonesia that I see,
Mm-hmm.
um, K-pop,
Yeah.
let me see, BTD,
BTS.
BMT, BT.
BTS.
Thank you. Okay, BTS. Uh,
Yeah.
Pink, Blackpink.
Blackpink. Yeah.
Right. These are things that the kids are listening to. If the
Yeah.
parents don't take the time to understand these things, there's going to be a disconnect.
Mm.
Taylor Swift, I mentioned that
Yeah.
earlier. I don't know anything about Taylor Swift, but if that's
Yeah.
what my child is listening to, let me check this out. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
we have Netflix now, HBO, cable TV. The
Right.
kids have so much access to stuff that
Mm-hmm.
it's important for the parents to be
Mm.
involved. See what the kids are checking out.
Yeah.
YouTube, great tool.
Right.
The kids are learning so much on YouTube, but many of
Correct.
the parents, I have no idea what that stuff is. Well, learn. Take a moment.
Yeah.
Like me, I'll ask my daughter, explain this to me. She loves a group. I hope I'm not embarrassing her, but she loves a Japanese heavy metal group called
Mm.
Roselia. I think I got that right. It's an
Okay.
all-girl heavy metal Japanese group.
Mm-hmm.
I
Wow.
have no desire to listen to this. Zero.
Yeah.
But,
Mm.
but it's a way for me to connect with my daughter. So when she's
Mm-hmm.
got it on, okay, hey, turn that up. Go ahead and pump that up.
Mm.
Let's while we're washing dishes together or sweeping the floor together, go ahead and turn that up. Let me
Yeah.
listen to what it is you're talking about. Let me try to connect with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But I also show her a little bit of what I like, what I'm accustomed to, and we try to
Mm-hmm.
find a middle ground. I like
Mm.
sports. Hey, do you like sports? Do you like this? She
Yeah.
enjoys swimming. She enjoys volleyball. Okay, let's talk about these
Yeah.
things. She's into everything Japanese now. So I have
Mm-hmm.
to, okay, let me try to understand what she's talking about. But
Yeah.
again, all of that, I put the effort has to come from the parents. The children will follow
Yeah.
if the
Yeah.
parents are willing to lead. And it's been that
Mm.
way when you and I were kids.
Mm.
Parents said some things, we didn't necessarily like it or agree with it. But look what
Yeah.
happened when we became older. We started
Yeah.
following those patterns. Oh, my mom liked a certain type of cheese. I like the same type of cheese.
Yeah.
Or dad was always watching this boxing. I now
Mm-hmm.
like to watch boxing. We will
Yeah.
eventually follow in those patterns. So the parents, my generation, the parents,
Mm-hmm.
we have to be
Yeah.
better. That's the truth.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you to
Sure.
what is that to mention about this that parents actually they should learn, not
Mm-hmm.
only expect that their children will improve, but they should
Sure.
improve first. The parents should improve first. Should the parents have to learn also about what their kids are interested in,
Sure.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, you really what is that you really educate us on that area. Thank you, Clay. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, already almost 50 minutes we we've been
Okay.
chatting. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Now back to yourself. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you for giving examples about confidence like that. Thank you for also pointing certain areas that we can improve, especially for the parents, not only expecting the children to improve. Now,
Sure.
can we also learn from you? Uh, what is your daily routine like? To be the best version of yourself. We want to know what kind of activities do you usually do?
Most mornings I'm up at four
Mm-hmm.
o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an early riser. I'm a farm boy from Virginia, so I'm up at 4 o'clock most mornings,
Mm-hmm.
and I exercise. I have my
Mm.
bodybuilding routine, my push-ups, sit-ups, things like that,
Yeah.
for maybe 45 minutes or so, and
Mm-hmm.
then I usually walk 5 to 6 kilometers in the morning around my neighborhood. That
Mm-hmm.
takes me about another 45 minutes. So I spend a good 90 minutes in the morning exercising. Um,
Wow.
by the time I get back and I have breakfast going
Mm-hmm.
on,
Mm-hmm.
it's usually 6:15, 6:30, and I'm already finished with breakfast. So now I got a couple of hours before my
Mm.
classes start.
Yeah.
Now I can get some work done, or I can sit quietly and meditate, or sit
Yeah.
outside and enjoy the sunrise and a cup of coffee or things of that nature.
Yeah.
My classes normally start at 9 in the morning, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
in class from 9 until 10, 11, 12, whatever it may be. Middle
Mm-hmm.
of the day, I try to take a nap. If
Mm.
possible, I
Yeah.
try to take a 30-minute to 45-minute nap. Just lay down,
Power
close my
nap.
eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Turn everything off. Let me get some peace and quiet, if possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I have afternoon classes,
Mm-hmm.
um, or we may have staff meetings, or I'm meeting clients, or calling clients, or emailing
Yeah.
clients, or whatever's happening in the
Mm-hmm.
afternoon. And
Mm-hmm.
then I have classes in the evening. I'm usually
Mm-hmm.
done 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the
Mm-hmm.
evening, and then I have a good dinner and sit back and chill. If there's
Mm-hmm.
time, I'll chill with my daughter or my wife,
Yeah.
or we have a good laugh. And
Mm-hmm.
I try to be in bed if possible, 11 o'clock, 11:30,
Mm-hmm.
and that's my typical routine. I get some reading in when I have time. I try to
Mm-hmm.
make time for it every day, but it doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
But I find that the time for clay, that 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. time slot, that is my most valuable time of the day.
Yeah.
That's when I really get things sorted and organized. And for me, fitness is my that's my pleasure. That's my joy. So that time of the day is important
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. I noticed that you enjoy sports like that, especially bodybuilding. What is
Yes.
actually the importance of sports in people's routine, in people's life? What is
There's
the
so many different
importance?
aspects to it.
Mm-hmm.
So just so many different things. The discipline, first, the focus and the discipline.
Yeah.
Um, this happens every year around the
Mm-hmm.
end of December. You hear people say, I'm going to lose weight for the new year. I'm going to lose 5 kilos. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
This happens every year at the end of December. January the 1st at the fitness center, 200 people overflow. You can't move elbow to elbow. Can't even breathe on the first day.
Right.
Second day, 100 people. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll go tomorrow. I'm still hurting from yesterday. Third day, 50 people.
Hmm.
Oh, my toenail, it feels funny, or my ear, I hurt my ear lifting the weight. Yeah, there are all kinds of excuses. By the
Yeah.
end of the week, there's only 10 people left after 1 week
Mm-hmm.
of dedication. So
Mm-hmm.
that weightlifting or sports in general, you have
Mm-hmm.
to dedicate yourself. You have to be committed to doing the boring things over and over and over in order to progress. You have
Yeah.
to understand who you are. I mentioned this earlier in the program. Who am I? Why am I doing this? What's the
Yeah.
purpose for this? What
Yeah.
am I trying to accomplish?
Yeah.
Not only that, you start to learn about organization. You learn about
Mm.
priority. You learn
Right.
about being part of a team.
Right.
It's not just the person who's lifting. The other people in the house have to make adjustments for
Right.
that.
Yeah.
For example, if I want to eat a certain food,
Mm.
other people in the house may have to adjust to
Oh
that. So,
yeah.
for
Yeah.
example, my wife and daughter, they have one particular eating program that they're on
Mm.
because
Mm.
their goals are different than mine. I have a
Yeah.
completely different eating program, a completely different part of the refrigerator and everything
Yeah.
because of my particular goals. You
Right.
also will start to find that when you're involved in sports, there's a camaraderie. You meet so many different people from
Right.
different backgrounds. For example, when people are playing soccer, if
Mm-hmm.
there's a group of guys or
Mm-hmm.
girls playing
Mm-hmm.
soccer, they
Yeah.
don't care about economic status. They don't care about religion. They don't
Yeah.
care about ethnic background. They don't
Right.
care about what your grades look like.
Right.
No, throw the ball out there. That's your team. That's my team. Let's have fun. Let's play
Mm.
hard. And then after the game, we shake hands
Yeah.
and let's go have a milkshake together or something like that.
Yeah.
This is what sports can bring. And so many people, sadly, can't see the benefits of sports
Yeah.
or fitness or health.
Okay.
You and I joke all the time. I pick on you all the time. How many times, and ladies, I'm going to pick on the ladies. You see this dress. It's
Mm.
the best dress in the history of dresses. Oh my gosh, that size is, it's 2 sizes too small.
Mm.
Well, buy the dress, buy it and hang it in the closet and look
Mm.
at it day after day. So when you're doing those sit-ups and those crunches and those running, why am I doing this? Tetapi dua bulan kemudian, when
Yeah.
you put that dress on and you step out, look at me. Hey, how about
Yeah.
that? You appreciate the
Yeah.
hard work that you did
Mm.
to get into that dress. You understand the discipline and the focus that you put
Mm.
into to wear that dress. That's a simple example of why we need sports and fitness and health, why it's so important to us.
Yeah. So we learn so many aspects by doing
Sure,
sport. Yeah. Yeah.
sure,
Thank you for bring this up. So we realize not only about physical fitness. Usually people just doing sport because for physical or
sure,
health reasons, but actually it's beyond that because it impacts to other parts of our life like
sure.
discipline, right? Teamwork, if it is group sports like that. Yeah, yeah, you're.
Right. But you can take it even further in
Mm-hmm,
today's world.
mm-hmm,
The fastest growing sport in the world today is golf.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
It is by far the fastest growing sport. Why are people out on the golf course? To network.
Right.
You see other business people, other professionals and CEOs and educated people
Right.
out there on the golf course. So while
Right.
we're there for 3 hours, hi, I'm Clay. Hi, I'm Grace. Grace, it's so nice to meet you. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Yeah, we're playing golf, but we're also taking that time to network with other
Right.
like-minded individuals, which is going to help us grow our brand or product or service or whatever it may be.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. You also
Yeah.
mentioned about reading. I usually ask my guests to share about the books that you enjoy reading. Why? It is
Mm-hmm.
actually for why? Because I like reading. So by inviting guests to share about their favorite books, um, I also have like homework um, to buy books or well at yeah and usually when I buy books because of the recommendation
Mm-hmm.
you know that when I buy that I already know what I'm going to learn from that book, so
Okay.
it's interesting.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
here at home, and this is actually my favorite book. I hope you can see that, called Empower the People.
Mm.
This book was written maybe 15 years ago, 20 years ago now,
Hmm. Tony
about
Brown. Mm.
entrepreneurship and being
Hmm.
independent by Tony Brown.
Hmm.
Okay. I read a lot of African history books, Asian
Mm.
history books, but I
Hmm.
also want them focused on business,
Yeah.
business ownership.
Yeah.
It's one thing to like something, to wear Nike products or whatever. It's
Yeah.
another thing when you own it. It's a completely
Right.
different thing when you have ownership in that. So,
Yeah.
Empower the People is my favorite book. Another book that I read recently, sorry,
Cow.
Purple Cow.
Purple cow. Okay.
Got to read Purple
Yeah.
Cow.
Mm.
Okay. But as you can see, and I'm going to pick
What
my
is it
phone up
about?
here. Purple
Oh,
Cow is
wow.
about business. So this is
Mm.
my library at home. So
Mm.
you can see I'm a serious reader. I
Yeah.
take my reading very seriously.
Yeah.
Um, but Purple Cow is about identifying something that's different. What makes you different than everyone else? What makes your
Mm.
company or your brand stand out from
Mm.
everyone else? And again,
Mm.
that's your image, the
Yeah.
way that you communicate with people. What makes you different than if you see a purple cow,
Mm.
you'll remember that. If you're driving down the road and you see a purple cow, you will remember that.
Right.
Okay, you can see 100 other cows, black and white.
Yeah.
You won't remember them. You'll remember that
Mm.
one cow. And that's the attitude that we have at Paradigm. What's going to make us different? What makes us unique in the marketplace?
Wow. Interesting. Is there? I don't know whether it's still available there.
Mm-hmm.
The especially the purple cow. Can
Mm-hmm.
we just buy it on the internet, perhaps? I don't know.
Purple cow. Purple cow. You can find almost anywhere. You can find it in the bookstores here, Perry Plus, Kinokuniya. You can find that anywhere.
Okay.
Empower the People. You can't find it in stores here. You'd have to go online to purchase
Mm.
that book.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Thank you for
Okay.
sharing those two books.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I also want to show.
Thank
Okay.
you.
This book
That's my
is
book.
by my good
Thank you.
friend. This is by my
Thank
good
you.
friend
You are
Grace.
an
Okay.
MC at the
Just making
launch.
sure.
Thank you, Clay. I think we
Mm-hmm.
only have like a couple of, yeah, I think only 1 minute to end this session. Thank you
Okay.
very much for all the
Thank
insights.
you.
I learned a
Thank
lot.
you.
Always, every time I meet you, I always learn something.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, you are an inspiration for me. Um, Thank you. I enjoy our friendship. And because of the, yeah, I have also that that mark. Thank you.
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah, we should have coffee when all the lockdown is
I'd
over.
like that.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah, we need to talk. We need to chat again. Not
Definitely.
only
Definitely.
with this platform, the digital platform, but we should
Sure.
really meet live.
I would like that. Thank you so much for having
Yeah.
me on today. I really appreciate it. I just want to say, everyone, give us a shout out sometime at paradigm.id or at Mr. H. Clay Myers. Paradigm, we don't teach, we educate. Thank you so much for having me, Grace. I appreciate it. I really do.
Thank you very much for joining us, Clay. Thank you very much for your friendship. All the best for you and also Paradigm. Success in this year and also into 2021. Thank you very much. And my best regards also to your wife and also Peggy. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, dear. Take
Thank
care. Have a
you.
beautiful
Bye
day, everyone.
bye. You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye bye.